They not like us. They not like us. Why am I still talking about it? Fuck it. Foot on next season, all right? Let's do it. This is the goofiest shit out. You know what I mean? When I was in Nigeria, obviously I didn't really want to talk about this because it was so goofy. But I'm back in the Western world where shit gets goofy. Sure, why not? I got the time. Look, let's look at this, right? The truth of the matter is, why does Kendrick have smoke for Drake as a culture vulture, but has no smoke for actual culture vultures or the wide array of culture vultures that exist in modern rap? And there are so many of them. We are drowning in culture vultures. So you mean to tell me that Kendrick is offended by Drake appropriating culture or whatever, but has no words, no smoke for Eminem? Right? No smoke for Zach Harlow. No smoke for Machine Gun Kelly. And the vast array of corny white rappers that come into hip hop who literally have no connection whatsoever to the art form, right? Probably, maybe don't even really know black people in real life like that. Diss black people on record like Eminem did, right? But Kendrick has no words for them, but he's gonna stand on business against Drake? Really? Why does that sound weird? Okay? Here's the truth of the matter. And I was trying to explain this to a friend. I'm just going to keep it vague like that. Shout out to that individual. But my friend, who I got a lot of love for and is American, could not understand that I was telling and saying all this hate for Drake has everything to do with him being Canadian. And my American friend was like, no, that's bullshit. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Do you know how obvious it is that Drake is hated because he's Canadian and Jewish, by the way? That's another part of it. I saw this from the day he became big. The day best I ever had was started crushing buildings. It was always like, what's this Canadian doing here? Because the fact of the matter is, what Drake has in common with, or I should say not in common with, any of all those other culture vultures that I mentioned, is that Drake is Canadian. And what's ironic to me about this whole thing is that Drake is half American, even. Like, his father is from Memphis. So you would think that this whole lineage thing that some of y'all black folk in the United States be talking about, Drake's got it, right? What part of the lineage does, Slim Shady have, really? But you're gonna go after the half Canadian, half American, light-skinned dude as being a culture vulture, but have no smoke for DJ Khaled and some of these other people. You know why? Because all those other people are American. And this is the point. People look at hip-hop in the industry, and particularly their fans, they look at it as only Americans are allowed to do this. Only Americans are allowed to be successful, like super successful at this. So the fact that someone who is outside of America, by their sort of definition, is literally running rap and has had a stranglehold on this rap shit for decades is offensive to them. And that is xenophobic if you really think about it. I mean, of course, people never admit that they hold xenophobic ideas or racist ideas or anti-Semitic ideas. People will never admit this stuff. They'll pretend it's, oh, no, it's just hyper-specific to Drake. We don't like Drake because we don't like how he moves like a pedophile and make up shit. But the truth of the matter is, this is literally how, discrimination and ugly ideas work, right? When you decide from emotional reasons that you don't like something that you view as an outsider, once you other something, you will make up things to hang that person. That's just, it's literally classic across the board. You see it in anti-Semitism, racism, sexism, etc. That's just how these things go. So again, why do you have smoke for Drake, right? And no smoke for Vlad TV, Jack Harlow, No Jumper, and the vast amount of culture vultures that exist in hip hop? Are you doing anything about it, or are you just talking from your high horse as usual? And again, this is what I'm trying to say, right? I don't like fake shit. I don't like fake behavior, okay? Stand on business. If you're really about it, you should have it across the board. And the fact that Kendrick Lamar is tap dancing, in my honest opinion, and not actually being honest, to me, shows that he's a clown. But Kendrick will never speak up against white culture vultures. He won't, because the truth of the matter is that Kendrick is propped up by white people, right? There's no way he'll ever talk bad or about a white rapper. He'll say the N-word and allow his, and he knows his audience is mostly white that buy into that shit. He knows that the people that write and put him on a pedestal and spread propaganda for him are mostly white, right? He speaks for them. And in an ironic way, he's actually part of the problem, right? Because the truth of the matter is that vulturing culture happens at multiple levels. You can be a black culture vulture, you can be a white culture vulture. Yes, of course, I understand that it's a spectrum. So the truth of the matter is that the further away you are from, let's say, the black New York City, let's say young, youthful hip hop energy, the further away you can be looked at as a culture vulture, and I understand that. But again, if you're going to be consistent, be consistent. This has always been my problem with people. I don't like inconsistent ideas and inconsistent applications of them. One thing you'll see when I'm on this channel, I am consistent. I have never dissed someone for this one thing, but then somehow liked someone for the exact same thing. I don't operate that way. I'm not a clown. But a lot of people are clowns. And that's the truth of the matter. Okay? Drake is far more connected to the history of rap than Eminem is. Right? And if you don't have any smoke for Eminem, you really shouldn't be talking about Drake. Period.